Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. Today's match is a good one. It's between Goody and Nerchio. Now, Nerchio spawning as the pink Zerg in the bottom of this map. This is the Shattered Temple. AAA stands for Acer, so Acer is the sponsored clan here. And on the top of Shattered Temple, we've got ESC Goody. Now, both these players are pretty freaking solid. I'm pretty sure this is from Intel. This is the IPL. That's what this is. That's what the tournament is. And this map is a little bit strange. It's one of my favorites. It's the Shattered Temple, like I said before. And the big thing about this map is even in long distances, like I mean this long distance here, that's the longest distance on this map. And it's still very short. It's so short. So for a Zerg who wants to take this fast expansion like this, it's so easy for ESC Goody to bunker rush him, to punish him with very fast, like a very early timing push. And really, I don't feel like that's fair to the Zerg, but we'll see how he deals with this. I mean, it's gonna force him to play a little bit differently. We are seeing 15 pool. There would have been, yeah, it's 15 pool. So that hatchery was really freaking early. I don't even know what to tell you about that hatchery. And this drone's actually going to get it alive, and then the wall is completed by Goody. So his Marine is going to cross the map. He's got an SCV over here. Is that going to turn into a bunker rush? We'll see. Like I said, this is a freaking short map, man. The short map, and you've got this drone looking everywhere for that SCV that he knows is going to come. Two drones here. They're both going to push him back. They do not want a bunker to show up here. But it looks like that might be the case. There's so many drones down here, though, that I doubt he could ever get a bunker up. But he is going to... Oh, dear. So I don't think that this Marine can do much. I'm going to be pretty honest with you. As you can see, he's already getting chewed up by those drones. At the very least, he's forcing those drones to pull off the line and not mine. And both those Marines will pull back as they don't feel they can do anything. So there it is. There's that factory, which is gonna be your traditional Hellions. I am going to put money on this. This is going to be Hellions out of here. I'm not sure who I'm gonna pay if I'm wrong, but god damn it, I will set shit on fire if I'm wrong. Hellions are gonna come out of there, boy. And we are seeing speed. So speed is, man, that's one of the first steps in dealing with Hellions. That or roaches or spine crawlers. And we are gonna see a spine crawler go up here. It's tricky though to figure out where you want to place those spine crawlers, because you put it right here, and that shit, those Hellions are just going to roll right up this ramp and ignore it. They're just not going to deal with it. Or they're going to drive right past it and come to the line here. And then it's the Queen's job to really deal with shit. So I don't know what to tell you guys. And there we go. There's the Hellions. First Hellion is out with a handful of Marines. I mean, if he goes with Hellions and Marines, he could do some serious damage. But he's just going to chill at home with those Marines. Probably going to watch the tower. There it is. He's checking that tower. And a Hellion is going to roast that Ling. The Ling's like, yeah, I don't want to die. But, so, at least now Nerchio knows that those Hellions are on the map. That Ling told him what he needed to tell him. And we do have an Overlord swinging around here. I'd be curious as to whether that Overlord's going to float into the base and, you know, give up its dandy life to see what's going on. And we do have a rally point here. So it looks like that Overlord is going to chill right on the high ground here. And here come two Hellions into the base. The base of Nerchio. Roach Warren's going down, so that's a good choice. And there is a spine, and there are Lings, and there is a Queen, so I don't feel like these Hellions are going to do any damage. Siege tanks are on the way, as well as siege tech. Nerchio, Goody not paying attention, allowing a Hellion to get surrounded, but for some reason, Nerchio pulled away from it, allowing it to escape. So we have two damaged Hellions, but none dead, which is a big deal. I mean, he could have killed that Hellion, but a little bit of a miss micro, a little bit of a weird decision to pull away there, and that turned around for him. Now, Goody is getting his expansion here. He's getting that orbital command on it, and I don't know if that's too late. I mean, his opponent has been on his mining base for quite some time. His natural, Nerchio down here, has had this natural for a good long time, and only now is Goody getting this base up here. And I just feel like I feel like Goody, not only has he been teching really hard, but he's been on low income, and he just doesn't have the same amount of shit that Goody does, that Nerchio does. Jesus Christ, having trouble with these names. Yes. So Yeah, I don't really know how this is going to go down. I feel like in like one foul swoop, Nerchio is going to be able to spit out a boatload of crap, and Goody's not going to have anything for it. We do see Nerchio breaking down these rocks already. There's a drone here ready to go and place that hatchery. And then we will see the Zerg player just kind of swoop ahead. Once he has the production of a third hatchery, it's going to be bad news bears for Goody. He's going to need like some major production. We have 3 factories here, guys, just so you know. I'm not sure what the long-term plan for that is. Maybe tech labs on all of them, and he's going to spit out Thor. Because Mutalisks, man, they've been so popular for so long in every matchup. Mutalisks are a game ender, man. If you don't know how to deal with them, or if they come out before you're ready. We do have a big push here. We've got the Marines, the Siege Tanks, the Hellions, and all we have from Nerchio is Roaches and Lings, and those are not a healthy combination against Siege Tank Marine. Those Siege Tanks don't even have to siege if they don't want to. Oh dear, that Ling, oh Jesus. So tanking the initial Siege Tank shells with a Spine Crawler, which was actually quite a good maneuver. That Siege Tank's going to go down to Queens and Roaches. This one's going to go down to Queens and Roaches. And these Marine Hellions are going to go down to Roaches and Queens. Oh my god, Queen Roach is so powerful. I love it, I love it, I love it to death. And we do see Nerchio hold, and that's a big deal, because now he's getting this third base up. And we do see a third going up for the Terran. How often do you see someone expand after they lose a push? That is weird. I mean, if Nerchio counterattacks right now, he can end this. He can absolutely end this, although there's a siege tank on the high ground, and that is tricky to deal with Roaches. You just don't have the mobility you need to walk all the way up here, past that bunker, come all the way up here, and finally kill that. And anything that comes out of the factory is going to siege up here as well, so there's that to think about. But I mean, really, look at Nerchio investing in a 4th at the gold, which that is ballsy, that is huge. Like, but he can get away with it because his opponent is expanding as well. 2 Hellions go down for the Terran player Goody, and we do have this base almost saturated already. No gas harvest from it though. But who needs gas when you're going Roaches, man? They are so cheap on gas, 25 gas a pop, and you get a lot of bang for your buck there. Whereas we see Goody finally taking this third. It might be a good decision for him to come over and break these rocks and make it a gold, man. I mean, I think that's really the only option for him, but it might be hard for him to defend that position and defend his natural as well. But I have the feeling that Goody will be putting this base up here. And look at Nerchio blocking the expansion with an Overlord, delaying further, which it's a brilliant decision, and a lot of Zerg are doing it lately. It's such a pain in the ass, and I've wandered my units up there to kill it and had a second, like as soon as my military units wander away, a second pops over there before I can, because you've got to wait for that creep to clear, and by the time the creep's cleared, another Overlord's there, and you're like, well, what the fuck? So, he doesn't want his siege tanks out of position, so he's going to shell the rocks from there, and that is a good decision. I like that a lot. He's morphing it into an orbital before he moves it. I like that too. Good decision making there, because then you get use out of the mule or the energy on that command center while it's floating. So it's not wasted time. We've got a missile turret going up. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. The SCV building, it does die an unfortunate death though. Hellions trying to do some damage to this army and bait the siege tanks in. And I don't know if the Zerg players scouted those siege tanks firing on the rocks, but a funny thing is, if you guys are in kind of a lower league, you'll catch your opponent focus firing rocks. If they're doing that, you fucking attack them right then and there, because a lot of the time they don't have the micro to turn around and stop. They just don't think about it, and then like half their units are dead before they even decide to shoot back at you. It's hilarious. Okay, so anyway, ESC Goody's got blue flame now. He's gonna back up and try to do as much damage as he can, but these Roaches have speed, and it's really hard to scoot and shoot against speed Roaches because they are pretty quick. They're like stalkers, man. And we've got infestors here now. And I love pink infestors. I mean, that is a sweet color for them. I don't know. I've just got a hard on for the pink. It looks cool on Protoss too. And not in I like Fanny Bandit sort of way, I promise. So we are going to see this this Zerg army get just bigger and bigger and bigger. And we've got a Spire on the way. We've got melee weapons coming out. And there it is. There's the Thor. Oh my god, am I good at this game. I just predicted the Thor. 5 factories. Holy freaking hell. 5 factories. We do have upgrades coming out for those Thor, and I would really, really like to see those Thor take a win here, man. I've cast a lot of Zerg games lately, and Zerg has pretty much been winning all of them. And guys, I want to tell you right now, if Terran wins, I swear to God, I did not watch this replay. I never watch the replays before I cast them, ever. It's part of the enjoyment for me to see this for the first time with you guys. It's a shared experience, right on? So we've got somewhat of a siege tank creep here. He's got one tank in the mix, unsieged. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think he's being ballsy with the way he unsieges everything. Look, he needs to siege up! He needs to siege up! We've got the infested Terran going down, and that's a big deal. The tanks will not be able to deal with that. Hellions trying to deal with the roaches, but Hellions just don't deal with roaches. Those infested Terran in the mix are going to be the downfall of this Terran here, and there's not enough firing rate on Thor to deal with that many targets. There's so many Lings, so many roaches, and the roaches dealt with the Hellions, while the Lings would deal with the Thor. A couple siege tanks in the back to deal with the encroaching army. Can he pull through here? Will this roach army push forward? It will, but there's siege tanks just trail backwards. Another one on the high ground that can siege up two more. Man, the factory count here for Goody is ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. These tanks with these Hellions will push forward and will be enough to shell the shit out of this army here. Look at that. Oh, Infestor popping all over the floor. And we will have Lings pushing in to try and deal with those tanks, but there are Hellions here, and they're gonna kill a lot of Lings. And he does manage to save one tank. That was an expensive push for the Zerg, and it's just replaced with the sheer number of factories. It's unbelievable. It rocks my world. I'm loving this build. I've never seen it before. Goody blowing my mind with 5 factories, 3 with tech labs, 1 with reactor Hellions, and 1 just kind of naked. It's okay though, I like naked. Anyway, all these expansions are tied up by overlords, and that's so annoying. And it also tells the Zerg player, look, we got Hellions going in to roast some drones. Those drones are gonna die fast. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I got nothing against Zerg, man, but I really want to see a Terran take a win here. I don't normally choose sides like this. I really don't. So guys, forgive me. If you guys are watching this cast, look, one of my casts for the first time, and you're seeing me take sides, trust me, I don't normally do this, but like I said, I've been casting a lot of Zerg games lately. Zerg has won almost every single one of them, and this is just freaking awesome. So, we've got these Hellions. Oh, they get caught by Lings. A fungal growth goes down. They aren't going anywhere. We've got Corruptors out. I'm not really sure why. Long-term plan for Broodlords. There you go. We got Flyers Weapon 1, Armor Weapon 1, and more Broodlords on the way. Broodlords are never a good thing for Thor, because Thor and tanks are slow. Guys, you need Vikings. You absolutely need Vikings. So he needs some starports out now. This might be the downfall of Goody. Once you deal with Infestor, Broodlord, and all you have is tanks and Thor, unless you can get Marines or your Thor, like, I don't know. I can't. Oh, he's got Vikings. Where are those coming from? Man, I need to start watching the production tab. I'm just waiting for someone to say it. There, we got 2 starports here, and we got another command center going down. These Vikings are going to come over here and pick the shit out of this overlord right here, and then they're going to come down and deal with this stuff down here. Not by themselves. I lied to you. So I like this. The reactionary Vikings, very good. Maybe a reactor on here, that would make me smile. But he's spitting out a lot of Vikings, and that is a big deal. Combined with the Thor, that's a lot of firepower dealing with the air, and as you can see, there aren't a lot of units on the ground for Nerchio. I mean, he's spending pretty much every penny he's got. He just went from over a K to almost zip. He's spending a lot on Broodlords, and I don't know if I agree with that. Like, too much on Broodlords. Once there's a lot of Vikings in the air, like, combined with the Thor count, there's going to be so much damage to the air targets. And I mean, Thor prioritized air targets, so they won't be shooting at the Broodlings. That's huge. That's great. It's phenomenal. And Viking, look at it. It's 208 out of 200. What the hell is going on? What happened? That's amazing. I love you, Nerchio. If a Zerg's gonna win, I won't mind if it's this one. So the Thor take a huge volley into the sky. And yeah, we need those Vikings up front, and here come the Infestors on the ground. The tanks are doing what they can, but there's so many Broodlings, and they're not even sieged up. Vikings just outmatched by the number of Corruptors. They're trying to deal with the Broodlords, but the Corruptors just swallow them, and the Thor are outnumbered on the ground. And the Vikings trying to focus fire the Broodlords. They don't even care. They don't even care about the Corruptors. They're just trying to kill the Broodlords, and these tanks are going to try to get out of there with their lives. Broodlords are sending Broodlings after them. Couple Thor come out, which is big. I don't think we're going to see Nerchio replace those as fast as he needs to. We've got a lot of Lings on the way, but there's still Hellions on the ground. Holy shit! Those Lings! Ah, there's so many of them! Thor just can't DPS the Broodlings down, the Broodlords down fast enough, as they just have so much health, and Thor, oh, god damn it. So Goody GG's out, but to a very beautiful push from the Zerg player. There is nothing wrong with that win. That is a sweet win. Guys, this Zerg player out-macroed the hell out of the Terran player. He's got every base on this side of the map to Goody's meager 3 bases, and finally gets this base, but it's too late. And yeah, the Terrans got nothing, man. Guys, this was a good game. I'm Mr. Carnum. You're watching StarCrafting. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I'll see you guys soon.